some reason Jeff Horn kept coming forward, thought that was going to work like it worked on Pacquiao, and counter shot after counter shot, and then the straight right worked. And it was a wrap. Robert Byrd saved the boy. And we appreciate Jeff Horn's less than a year reign as the IBF champion, okay?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Terence Crawford, 1 belt down. He says 3 more to go. 2 held by Thurman, 1 held by the homie, Errol Spence. The talk of Errol Spence, Bud Crawford has already started bubbling up. And not that I want to put a hold on that per se.
But he needs to get through the rim.
But, well, look, I mean, I still think, listen, if I'm going to use this logic for Demetrius Johnson and Lil Dillashaw, then I'm going to use it in boxing. Bud Crawford needs a couple of more quality wins in the 147-pound division. Even if it's just 1. Now, look, he's a boxing superstar in my opinion. He cleaned out the 140-pound division, had all belts and said, nah, I'm good. I'm moving to the next step. But look, I still think Danny Garcia should get a chance at this. I think that, as much to my chagrin, I think Keith Thurman should be allowed at least once to defend his titles, okay? And in my opinion, he is the main holdup in the 147-pound division because he's the only marquee fighter right now that isn't either healthy or ready to fight. But he's got 2 belts, so he's got to have a say-so in the situation. I'm not opposed to Spence and Crawford like right now, but I also wouldn't be opposed to Crawford and Headbutt Boy. What's Headbutt Boy? Sean Porter. Okay? Wouldn't be opposed to Danny Garcia getting another opportunity. Okay? So he was magnificent. He showed that his power will translate to the 147-pound division. I don't think that was an issue. And Jeff Horn didn't offer him much in terms of resistance offensively. Okay? But, you know, what a dumbass to keep charging forward against Bud Crawford. It was ridiculous. Also, my man Charlo. Jermell Charlo, thank you, sir.
What did he have on? What did he come up with?
It a lion's head on.
Lions only, baby. Lions only.
Yes. Causing Mauro Ranallo to announce that he was dripping in fur. Dripping in fur. He won a decision over Austin Trout. So now Austin Trout has the distinction of being defeated by both Charlo bros. And listen, 160, 154, I think they both deserve a title shot, okay? The 154 Charlo has been given the mandatory contender for Triple G's belts. Somehow Triple G is still chasing Canelo Alvarez. Nah, come see Charlo, buddy. Come see Charlo. I don't think that that's a fight that should happen. I also think let Charlo, the other Charlo, the 160 Charlo, jump in there with Billy Joe. Am I in the right weight class?
Him and Benavidez.
David Benavidez, Billy Joe, Badu Jack even. Man, somebody need to beat Adonis Stevenson's ass and get him out of that 160-pound division.
He should have lost that.
That's Badu Jack. No, but Badu Jack waited, okay? And you know why he waited? Because somehow he didn't watch the best fight of the night, in my opinion, and that was Leo Santa Cruz and Abner Maris for the second time. And look, Adrian Broner, look, Badu Jack, these boys combined for damn near 2,000 punches thrown, okay? 961 for Maris, 1,031 for Leo Santa Cruz. And I've watched the last 4 Santa Cruz fights, even including the loss against Carl Frampton, the boy throws hands and throws them at a high volume. He connected on 315 shots in the first Maris fight in 2015, connects on 307 in this fight, and he is the featherweight champion. And the boy is good, okay? He's active. He's a tall. One of the things that I thought Al Bernstein pointed out was Santa Cruz is a tall fighter for a small weight class and can work inside. He kept hitting Maris on the inside with the counter uppercut, and it was a fantastic fight. All my Mexican boys was texting me saying, see, this is the epitome of Mexican boxing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. No, you know what the epitome of Mexican boxing is? Leo Santa Cruz's father, Jose Santa Cruz, who is in his corner, currently dealing with the debilitating effects of bone marrow cancer, I think. When he comes to the ring, he's basically, I got to fight now, and I got to go ahead to escapade, when I'm done, okay? Because most of the cornermen, he got same shirts on, same polo, same hat. No, Poppy, he got the cowboy hat on, he's got the vest, He's got the open button-down taco meat hanging out. He's jeweled to death. Okay, whatever stereotype you think of the OG Mexican dude, he's got the double gold bracelets, plenty rings, the jewels, and he's fantastic. And I wish him much health and success. Much success to his son. Anytime you see Leo Santa Cruz on the card, please stop down and check that out. Chris, your thoughts on the boxing, the actual fights of the boxing weekend?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to start with the Bud Crawford fight. I felt like he did a great job, but I think that maybe his size may be an issue for him when he does fight those guys like Errol Spence, because I feel like if one of those guys that like a Danny Garcia or like Errol Spence would have fought Jeff Horn, that fight would have ended in like 3 rounds, maybe less, especially with that charging, because he's not going to charge Errol Spence like that. Errol Spence is like a heavyweight, apparently, according to everybody that sparred against the man. So I feel like he did a great job in that. None of us ever thought Jeff Horn was one of the 5 or 10 best fighters in that division anyway. We felt like he got lucky, and that was it. For me, I agree with you. I think he does need to take I think, to me, the stepping stone for that division is for someone to fight Porter. Porter presents a hard challenge for everybody because the way he fights, he has that bulldog mentality. He kind of like sets it up for you. Like, look, you get past Porter, because you got to think about it, Dave. All of Porter's fighters go 12 rounds. He's fought everybody. They all go 12 rounds, and he has moments of doing some good things. So I think that, like, with him, he's a stepping stone. Danny Garcia will be a good fight because technical-wise, Danny Garcia has skill that I think Bud Crawford hasn't seen. Because we got to realize this, Bud Crawford skipped the 145 division. He went straight from 140 to 147. So he didn't fight Mikey Garcia and like Robert Easter Jr., who, coming soon.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, that's going to be a nice trip there. So I thought it was a great fight. Look, man, I'm a big fan of the Charlo twins. Shout out to Jamel. Shout out to their trainer, because he's also in that camp with Errol Spence. He has a thing where they call it the Lion's Den, where they put those guys against each other and they spar. It's like iron sharp as iron. And this man not been the best fight, I thought, for Charlo, because there was moments where I thought Charlo could have taken advantage with that jab, that right hand, but he wouldn't do it because I think he was afraid of Charlo's power. But I'm going to give Trout some credit because he did last. Because, look, we've all seen Charlo fights. We get on that Google Hangout, 5 minutes later, go to YouTube. Because it's either Hadley. Look, Charlo has beat some great fighters. Look, we can make fun of Hadley, but Hadley was a good fighter. So Charlo did his part. I would like to see what he's going to get next at 154. That time will tell. His brother, on the other hand, he has a lot of challenges with the Benavidez duel. I think it's phenomenal. He has Triple G. And then, of course, like I said, the Leo Santa Cruz fight, I just thought that was, like I said, it was a pure slugfest. It kind of reminded me, minus the knockdown that came early, the Sora Visse fight with Chocolatito.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of action, just like, when I say they were throwing haymakers, like, look, bro, they don't get tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like they never got.
There's no ref that needs to urge them on to throw hands.
Like the ref was basically just sitting there like, okay, bro, one of y'all gonna get tired eventually, right? And they just didn't get tired. It reminded me, if you remember when Mike Donald fought Floyd, how Mike Donald just kept throwing punches. And they wouldn't connect it. It was just like, damn, bro, they just keep throwing punches. They were waiting on that hit. So it was a great boxing weekend. Very impressed. I know a lot of people are upset about the ESPN app deal with the Bud Crawford fight. Somehow it just showed up on the ESPN app.
I signed up.
But I think that's another story. But, man, we got some good fights coming up in July. So we got the Robert Easter Jr. fight. Of course, next week we do got the Errol Spence fight. I think we all in the room agree that he's going to win that fight.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some shakeups at 147. We may have a couple more move-ups. Because if Mikey Garcia defeats Robert Easter Jr., he has nothing else to fight for at 145. So we may have another person moving up. And could you imagine that division with Mikey Garcia at 147 with those guys? We're talking about probably the greatest division probably ever, man, at one point in time.
Well said. And a quick boxing, two quick boxing notes. Looks like Deontay Wilder has agreed to the terms of the fight against Anthony Joshua. It's supposed to take place in the UK. Also in the 140-pound division, Vasyl Lomachenko has undergone shoulder surgery.
And one last thing, 10 seconds. Tyson Fury fought this weekend. Do not get excited.
On the Showtime he basically fought, as Chris's favorite division, he fought a cruiserweight.
Yeah, he fought a cruiserweight.
He fought a cruiserweight.
He looked like twice the dude's size.
All right. UFC 225 was this weekend, the highly anticipated middleweight fight again with Yoel Romero taking on young Robert Whittaker. I see there was a decision in Robert Whittaker's favor, but Yoel Romero missed weight. I think Mookie said this is the third time he has missed weight for a middleweight fight.
Third time for a fight, second time for a title fight.
Second time for a title fight.
The Rockhold fight was supposed to be a title fight when he knocked him out.
Which made him ineligible to win the title, whether he won this fight or not. Also forfeited 30% of his purse. So, Mook, a recap of UFC 225. What did you like? What didn't you like? What's next for the victors? And before you tell me what's next, I read the ESPN article, so I will line up your predictions with what Breck Okamoto said.
So, first of all, I would just like to say, Rashard Evans, just go home. You got to go home.
Oh, and you know, okay, the video you sent me, after we laughed about and the second one for good measure, they kept calling for the knee.
Yeah.
Early when he had him wide open, the announcers kept calling for the knee, and eventually the opponent obliged. And I mean, he crumpled, dog. Oh my God, man.
So,
that's a don't meet your hero situation right there.
And it's because he had two spats. Now, I will say this: there was no knockouts in the main card, so a lot of people was kind of upset about that. So basically, all the fights on the main card went to a decision. Now, before I even start all the way fully on the main card, I just want to say, Dave, I told you about Curtis Blades. I told you he would be the one to give Overeem fits. Now, that was one of them situations. Look, I know. I
bow down to you on all things UFC, my brother, because you were so correct on that.
And, I know everybody is, getting on Michael True Jackson about him, quote-unquote, not finishing Phil. But if you would have saw the way Curtis Blades finished Alistair Overeem, you probably would have been like, say, man. You know? Yeah, because, it was just, 4 straight elbows back to back to back to the point that Overeem was on the ground, busted open.
Okay, like you do me on UFC.
And on that note, so the fight that started it all, that caused all the controversy, even just by being on the main card, our boy Mike the Shoe Jackson took on good old Field. You know what I'm saying? First out, I will say this. Shout out to Mike the Shoe Jackson for the win.
He got hit early.
Now I gave you your compliments. Now I'm finna bust your ass, because first of all, you came out to game over by Lil Flip.
Yeah.
Out of
he did, Dave. Yeah.
Out of any Houston song.
Lil Flip wasn't available to walk out the.
Lil Flip gave him a shout out. Lil Flip gave him a shout out.
Oh, okay. Well, he gonna beat her?
Maybe he said he was taking trips to Cancun.
And he tore.
Anyway, but I will give props to.
That's a real question.
I will give props to CM Punk though. He did last 3 rounds. Now he started off kind of aggressive. I ain't gonna lie, Dave. You can tell somebody who ain't really trained, because after a while, every time you throw a punch, them hands just drop and he'll keep them down.
Yeah.
And every time he did that, Mike would just tag him with that jab. Now, I get why everybody would probably think that he was showboating and all that, but if you watch it, it did kind of like he was looking towards the corner though. Now, granted, I don't know why, because you was basically whooping him without instructions from your corner, so you didn't really have to look at him. But props to Michael True Jackson for getting the win. I'm not gonna address what Dana White said after that. We go to keep it pushing. But Holly Holm, Dave, she was Megan Anderson, bruh.
Okay.
And it was a situation where, for a while, Megan Anderson was like, hey, yo, Cyborg, I want that title shot. After the way Holly Holm just did, you're going to be as further away from the title shot as possible. The only way you're going to get the title shot is when Cyborg leaves and somebody else, end up taking over. But it was a dominating performance by Holly Holm. I think this was a performance that she really needed to consider, getting tagged by Miesha Tate, and I think she lost her last 3 fights, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But, all right, in the co-main event, your boy Kobe, he beat Rafael dos Anjos. Now, look, I ain't gonna lie. Despite how you feel about the retarded stuff he says, he is a damn good fighter, dog. And his wrestling ability is off the chain. The way he just jumped on top of Rafael and, connected with that guillotine was amazing. So, well, I don't know if you want to call it the fake belt or what, but he's a champ right now. All right, Dave. So before I even start talking about this fight, let me tell you what happened with Yoel. So what happened was, he had an hour left, but the commission was the one that kind of stopped him. So that's how he ended up being like 0.2 over still. Because I guess they was concerned that, you might probably try to kill yourself trying to lose this 1 pound for your title fight. Fight starts, and it was a slugfest. Like, if you, like, just straight out brawling in action, if you one of the people who like watching boxing, but like some violent fights in boxing, this is probably the fights you need to watch. Because when people forget, well, I don't know if you, Dave, I forgot. Yoel Romero is 41 years old, dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that also kind of explains his condition because, hey, he went for a nice little flurry in the 3rd round, and then after that, both of them were just gassed out. I applaud them both, you know what I'm saying? It was a great fight. Yoel did, knock Robert Whittaker down a couple of times, but he got back up. So he just shows he got a strong chin. But to be honest with you, all in all, from the early prelims to the main card, it was a nice pay-per-view. Now, granted, like I said, it wasn't no knockouts in the the main card, but the decisions was probably dominated, especially Holly Holm. So she definitely helped herself out a lot.
All right, very, very, very good. I see that Breck Okamoto said Kelvin Gastelum and Robert Whittaker next, and then
Or
I
I hate to say it, but why? Because Weidman's last win was against Gastelum. So
he did mention that, and Yoel, light heavyweight, bro,
he might go to 205, bro.
because even Brett Okamoto recommended that Alexander Gustafsson and Yoel fight,
Or Jacare again.
or Jacare again. But the bottom line is,
You need 205.
go to 205, man. You a big dude. You can hold two. I'm not a medical expert, but you can hold 205. All right, very good. Before we get to Chris's brush with superstardom, because he is now officially a superstar, E3. Go along. Events like this still hold a lot of relevance.